Yeah, you are welcome to Corrosive Online Tutorial, where complex topics are made easy. In our today's video, we are going to look at the Newton's laws of motions. Okay, we want to look at the laws, the basic laws that govern motion. And these Newton's laws of motion, there are three. We have the first law, we have the first law, we have the second law, and we have the third law. The Newton's laws of motion, we have the first law, we have the second law, we have the third law. Of course, you know motion is a change of position of an object with time. Now, this change of position of an object with time is governed by three basic laws in physics, which are the first law, the second law, and the third law. Now, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to consider the first law. Okay, in my next video, I will talk about the second and the third law. Okay, so let's begin with the first law. Now, what is the first law all about? What is the first law all about? Now, the first law, Newton's first law, is also known as the law of inertia. It's also known as the law of inertia. This law is also known as the law of inertia. And this law has two parts. This law has two parts. Now, one, it says that a body moving uniformly in a straight line will continue to move forever. Okay? A body moving with uniform velocity will continue to move forever unless it's being acted upon by an external force. Or a body at rest will continue to remain at rest unless an external force acts on it. So these are the two parts. So the first part is that if a body is at rest, if I'm standing on one spot like this, or I keep an object here, this Newton's law says that this object will remain on this spot forever unless there is a force that acts on it that will cause the object to move. Or if the object is moving, that this object that is moving will continue to do so uniformly in a straight line forever unless there is an external force that acts on the body, which is due to friction, okay, or some resistance. That is when this body will stop. So you see that the law has two parts, that the body will remain at rest unless it's being added upon by a force. And when the body is moving, the body will continue to move forever unless there's an external force that acts on the body to bring it back to rest. Okay, so now what are the applications of this law? Now, the application of this law is simple. Now, we can notice that passenger in a fast-moving bus, if you are in a vehicle, okay, passenger in a fast-moving bus are thrown forward when the driver suddenly apply a brakes. The passenger in a fast-moving bus, they are thrown forward when the driver suddenly apply a brake. Why? Because the people in the vehicle want to continue their uniform motion in a straight line, but the driver decide to apply what? Brake. That is interrupting the motion. For this purpose, you will see that most of the vehicle, I mean those luxury ones, those authentic vehicles, you have a seat belt on it. When you sit, then you bet yourself up. Why are you betting yourself up? So in case that the driver apply a brake suddenly, you don't use your head to hit the steering wheel as a driver, or as a passenger, you don't use your head to hit the windscreen. But when you do it, it results of accidents and other things will happen to your system. So the seat belt is used here to what? To keep you in what? On one spot when the driver suddenly applies the brake. The reverse is also the case when the motor is at rest and the driver decided to accelerate the car at once. In that case, the passengers in the vehicle, they are thrown backward. Now for this purpose, the seat of the car, you have what we call the neck rest that protects the spinal cord here. The neck rest, it protects the spinal cord, okay, from damaging in case of any kind of a accident or so. So you see, this is where the law is being applied. You have the neck rest in the vehicle and you have the seat belt. Because when the driver suddenly accelerate the car, the passengers are already at rest and they move the car move forward suddenly. In that case, the passenger will what? They will throw backward. Why? They want to remain at that rest position, but there is an external force putting the what? Forward. So this is how we apply the Newton's law of motion. In my next video, I will talk about the second law and the third law. For now, thank you.